Like a mighty river of warriors, Oranmiyan's army flowed across the African landscape. Their war drums echoed across the savannah, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies.
From the heart of Africa, where legends breathe and stories triumph.
Welcome to Triumphant African Folktales.
Long ago, in the sacred lands of the Yoruba people, when gods still walked the earth and kingdoms rose from the will of great men, a legend was born. This is the story of Oranmiyan, the warrior prince who would forge empires and father gods.
In those ancient days, divine beings moved freely among mortals in the holy city of Ile Ife. The gods themselves laid the foundation for what would become the greatest civilization in West Africa. In the royal palace of Ile Ife, a child was born whose eyes already burned with the fire of destiny. This was Oranmiyan, son of Oduduwa, the father of all Yoruba people. Even as a young boy, Oranmiyan stood tall and proud, his frame promising the strength of a lion. While other children played, he dreamed of kingdoms yet to be built. Under his father's wise guidance, young Oranmiyan learned the sacred art of leadership. Oduduwa taught him that true power comes not from the sword, but from the hearts of the people.
And in that knowledge, my son, lies the true strength of a king.
One by one, Oranmiyan's elder brothers departed Ile Ife to establish their own kingdoms. But Oranmiyan remained loyal to his father. When the great Oduduwa's time came to join the ancestors, he passed peacefully, knowing his beloved son would carry on his legacy. The golden age of Ile Ife was ending, but a new era was about to begin. The people of Ile Ife chose Oranmiyan as their new king. With great ceremony, the crown was placed upon his head, and a warrior became a ruler. King Oranmiyan ruled with wisdom and justice, settling dispute.
Your plea has been heard.
Justice shall prevail.
But his heart yearned for something greater than the comfortable throne of his fathers. Despite his success as king of Ile Ife, Oranmiyan felt a restless spirit calling him beyond the borders of his homeland. Destiny was pulling him toward unknown lands. A desperate messenger arrived from the distant land of Futa Jalon, begging for help against the oppressive Nupe people.
Your Majesty, our lands are threatened. Our people suffer greatly.
Oranmiyan saw this as the sign he had been waiting for. The warrior king called his people to arms. Thousands of brave Yoruba fighters answered his call, ready to follow their leader into battle for justice and glory. Like a mighty river of warriors, Oranmiyan's army flowed across the African landscape. Their war drums echoed across the savannah, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. In fierce combat, King Oranmiyan proved himself not just a leader, but a warrior without equal. His sword carved victory from the chaos of battle. Victory was theirs. Under the African stars, Oranmiyan's warriors celebrated their triumph. They had freed an oppressed people and proven the might of the Yoruba nation. In the aftermath of war, love bloomed like a flower after rain. Oranmiyan met a beautiful Nupe princess, and their hearts were joined as surely as their peoples were now united. The wedding of Oranmiyan and the Nupe princess united two great peoples. It was a celebration that echoed across the land, binding former enemies in peace and love. From this royal union came a son like no other. Baby Sango's eyes crackled with lightning, for he was destined to become the mighty god of thunder. But peace did not last. The Nupe people, proud and fierce, began to rebel against their new king. What started as whispers grew into open defiance.
Silence!
We will not be silenced.
Silence!
I must consider my options.
Day after day, the rebellions continued. King Oranmiyan found himself fighting not enemies, but the very people he had come to help. His patience was wearing thin. Finally, his anger exploded like thunder. Before the assembled Nupe people, Oranmiyan declared, "These people are too rebellious, good only for striking with a snake."
These people are too rebellious, good only for striking with a snake.
In his rage, the great king drove his staff of authority deep into the earth. This sacred staff would stand for centuries, marking the spot where a legend was born. With a heavy heart, Oranmiyan left his young son, Sango, to rule the Nupe if he could. The boy's divine power already sparked in his small hands, promising a godly future.
Father, do you have to leave?
My son, destiny calls.
Turning his back on the rebellious Nupe lands, Oranmiyan journeyed southwest in search of a new beginning. His heart was set on building something greater than what he left behind. From a hilltop, Oranmiyan gazed upon a fertile plain crossed by flowing rivers. Here, his spirit told him, would rise the greatest empire West Africa had ever seen. With the determination of a true king, Oranmiyan began building his dream. Stone by stone, beam by beam, the great city of Oyo rose from the African earth. Oranmiyan created a new form of government, the Alafin system, that would rule wisely for centuries. He was not just building a city, but a civilization that would endure. The warrior king personally trained his new army, teaching them the arts of war and honor. These would become the most feared and respected warriors in all of Africa. Under Oranmiyan's leadership, the Oyo army marched forth to expand their borders. With discipline and courage, they carved out an empire from the African wilderness. In Oyo, Oranmiyan found love again and was blessed with another son, Prince Ajaka. This child would inherit the throne of the mighty empire his father was building. The Oyo Empire grew and prospered beyond even Oranmiyan's wildest dreams. Trade flourished, arts bloomed, and people lived in peace and plenty. As the years passed, the great king aged, his beard turning white with wisdom. But even in his golden years, memories of his homeland called to his heart. The call of Ile Ife, his ancestral home, grew stronger with each passing day. The sacred city where his journey began was calling him home. Knowing his time was ending, Oranmiyan prepared for his final journey. He passed the crown of Oyo to his son Ajaka.
My son, the future of Oyo now rests upon your shoulders,
ensuring his empire would continue to thrive. Like a river returning to the sea, the aged king walked back to Ile Ife, the sacred city of his birth. His circle of life was nearly complete. Legend says that Oranmiyan did not die like ordinary men. Instead, he walked into the mists and became one with the very spirit of the land he had served so faithfully. To this day, the staff of Oranmiyan stands tall in Ile Ife, carved with ancient symbols that tell his story. Visitors come from far and wide to honor the great king's memory. Young Sango, left behind in the Nupe lands, grew to become the mighty god of thunder and lightning. His father's royal blood had mixed with divine fire to create an immortal deity. The Oyo Empire that Oranmiyan founded became the greatest power in West Africa, lasting for centuries and touching millions of lives across the continent. Today, the name of Oranmiyan still echoes in the beating of Yoruba drums. He gave his people two great gifts, the mighty Oyo Empire and a god of thunder. His legend will live forever in the hearts of the Yoruba people.
That is the end of the story. If you find this video interesting, hit the like button, subscribe, and click on the bell notification icon for more videos like this.